Hey agents, we are starting a new feature. We're doing it on our public Facebook page and carrying it over here. So every first Friday of the month, we're going to do Ask Me Anything. Um, so if you've got a question about anything real estate related and you want to hear our opinion on it, drop it in the comments and we'll add it to this feature. In the meantime, we're just going to dig into some questions that are buzzing around the industry that we're hearing from other agents um, and just kind of talk about a few of those things. So one of the things I'm hearing from agents is with the reduction in the number of transactions, how can we survive? Well, because it's not a zero-sum game. There are a lot of people who aren't moving because they don't know things that you know. So if you're sharing the information and you're helping them understand and you're helping them not be terrified from the crazy headlines we're getting, and that doesn't mean to be Pollyanna and pretend like nothing's happening. It means to talk to people on an individual basis. There are people who should be moving. Don't be afraid of what if I, give somebody advice and then the opposite thing happens, because if you listen to us, we tell you all the time to make sure that you're giving them information. Your opinion can come in there, but you want to back it up with data, and then they get to make their decisions. So as long as you're not trying to push them into a decision based on what you think might happen, you don't have to worry about repercussions afterward. You should be the trusted advisor, the person who guides, the person who says, okay, this is what's in the headlines, but this is what is beyond the headlines. This is what I'm seeing. This is what we're seeing. These are the possible eventualities, rather than, oh, the market's not going to crash, or the market is going to crash. You should wait. You should not wait. Don't give people that advice. You don't know. But if you can help them understand the truth well enough, they're going to make a good decision, and you're going to be the person that they trust to continue to give them guidance throughout the process. And that means they're going to hire you. So there are fewer transactions and there will be fewer agents having the bulk of the transactions. You can get some of them.
I think we really need to just be the expert all the time. You just need to be the expert, and you never know what piece of information or what is relevant. Yesterday, I was at a public event, golf outing, and as normal, right? How's the market? People ask, how's the market? How's the market? And in my course of just chatting about what I knew, I started sharing about how I know that in our area, the housing new construction is running very, very behind. I know two people, one personally and one was a seller for a house that my buyers were very interested in. And they are 6, 7, 8 months behind on their delivery dates. And these are major, well, one's like a kind of local high-end builder, and the other one is a major nationwide or at least regional builder. And I was saying this, and I could see somebody's face kind of getting upset. What I found out is that she is under contract on a new construction and has talked to somebody about putting her house up for sale very soon, and was never told that this is what is happening in our area, that things are taking longer, that builders, that it could be an issue. She had no idea. And this is probably information that would have affected what was going on with, when she put the house on the market, or, it's opening new questions about what her and her partner need to do in this process. And I think that, even though they weren't using me particularly, I still added value to that. And maybe next time, maybe somebody else in the group, whatever, would, take that to heart and go, and wait, you know what, who who's on top of it.
Yeah. And I remember seeing a situation where somebody's agent wasn't communicating fully with them, and another agent in conversation, revealed some information that they didn't know that would have been helpful to them. I'm going to talk to the person who seems to know things. And I think it's really important that we share, especially negative information, true negative information with our clients on a regular basis. And we don't try to keep it from them to see what might happen. So when someone's talking about getting their house on the market because they're under contract for new construction, and you know that builder is behind schedule, and builders don't care, they're not going to give you a heads up. If you're not telling your client because you're going to wait and see what happens, now they're going to sell their house, they're going to get under contract with something else, and then they're going to find out about the delays. They're going to find out that they need to find temporary housing in this housing market. Not a good thing to do. So I think we always talk about keeping the lines of communication open, really giving good, pertinent information that you can back up with data, not buying into the urge to forecast, not buying into the urge to guess with someone else's money or to solve their problems, but to be the guide, to know what you're talking about, to give them context, to give them the benefit of your experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So when everybody should be ready, right? With that question, how's the market? But you shouldn't necessarily, you need to branch out quite a bit, I think, in gaining information. It's not just you. It's not what the promoter in your office is rah-rahing you guys about.
Right.
It's the reality of what buyers are seeing, the reality of what sellers are seeing, the reality of what agents in your town, agents 3 towns over are experiencing. Is it a ripple effect, or is it only about that one town, that one county, that one state, whatever it is?
Yeah, and a lot of what your clients are listening to is coming from California or New York or, markets that might not have anything to do with yours. So that's what they're hearing. That's what's scaring them. Show them what's real. Show them what they need to pay attention to. Help them make a good decision. And, you'll never go wrong with that.
Absolutely.
All right. See you next week.
All right.
And in the meantime, drop some questions if you've got any. We'll do them the first Friday of next month.
See you then.